Good old Unova, a region that is as divisive as it is underappreciated. The 5th generation of Pokémon is nothing if not unique, but one thing that it does have in common with every other Pokémon generation is that it has a lot to offer, including tons of cool facts that many skip right over while playing the games without even noticing. And in the spirit of that, today I'm going to be sharing 10 facts that you may not know about the Unova region and its games. So let's check it out. One thing Unova is noteworthy for is that it introduced the most new Pokémon of any generation currently, with 156. But according to Ken Sugimori, Pokémon's longtime art director, plenty more were made for Gen 5 than just that. In an interview that was translated by Pokémon historian Dr. Lava, Sugimori stated when talking about the development of Black and White that as a general rule, the designers typically design about 3 times more Pokémon than they intend to actually use in the games. This is presumably in order to end up with a final roster that is truly the best of the best, but it also implies that around 450 Pokémon were designed for Black and White, and that number was then whittled down to 156. We've obviously seen plenty of cut Pokémon in recent times, but we haven't really seen any from Unova, and there are apparently hundreds to be had, so I can only hope that one day we'll get the chance to lay our own eyes upon that glorious treasure trove of cut content. Speaking of cool development details about Pokémon Black and White, another interview revealed the time frame when Game Freak began designing new Pokémon for the games. In the interview, Yusuke Omura stated that they began work on designing Unova's Pokémon in the spring of 2008, which is even before Pokémon Platinum released in September of that same year, let alone Heart Gold and Soul Silver, which would round out the 4th generation about a year later. This is a small little detail, but I personally find it really cool to hear that they were working on Gen 5 unbeknownst to all of us, while we were busy enjoying Gen 4. Come to think of it, given that we're in the middle of Gen 8 right now, it makes you wonder about what kinds of Pokémon could be getting designed for Gen 9 as we speak. One of the coolest things about Gen 5 is that they gave us direct sequels to their first games with Black and White 2. These games introduced a number of new locations in Unova, including Reversal Mountain. Now, this place, if you pay close attention, is pretty much one huge pun, as in White 2, the mountain appears as an active volcano, while in Black 2, it appears dormant. However, if you read the map descriptions for this location, they are actually reversed from what they should be, as the description in White 2, where Reversal Mountain appears active, it talks about its eruption long ago, whereas in Black 2, it talks about its many recent eruptions, even though it appears to be dormant. Another one of the differences in Black 2 and White 2 compared to the originals is that the Nimbasa City Gym got a makeover. Along with the change to the gym's design are the presence of 3 gym trainers that you'll battle before facing Alessa, and all of them are named after scientists and engineers whose work related to electricity, the type that the gym specializes in. There's Beauty Nicola, who's named after Nikola Tesla, Beauty Fleming, who's named after John Ambrose Fleming, and Beauty Ampere, which is pretty obvious because not only is it a unit of electrical measurement, but is also in reference to Andre Marie Ampere, from which the unit also gets its name. We can also find more references in the names of gym trainers if we go back to the original Black and White and look at the Driftvale Gym, as 2 trainers there, Worker Felix and Clerk Isaac, share their names with characters from the Golden Sun series, who are both associated with the element of Earth, which, given that Driftvale specializes in ground types, makes this a likely intentional reference. One of Unova's biggest selling points is its capital, Castelia City. Before 3D graphics became the norm, Castelia City was the first kinda 3D city in Pokémon ever, and one of, if not the biggest location as well. As such, a lot of detail was put into its design, including something that most players probably wouldn't pick up on. According to Junichi Masuda via his blog, all of the docks at the edge of the city are designed to be in the shape of a hand. This extends to how the docks are arranged as well, as what would be the middle finger dock, with the middle finger obviously being able to be used as an insulting gesture in many places, houses Team Galactic's ship, which is obviously a very fitting place for them to be on this hand-shaped pier. Ironically, even though Unova is based on the New York metropolitan area of the United States, many of its locations draw direct inspiration from completely different locations all over the world. First, Burbank City, due to its name and PokeStar Studios being located right next to it, is likely inspired by Burbank, California, a city on the complete opposite end of the United States. The giant chasm, meanwhile, which houses QREM, was actually inspired by a similar location in Russia, with an event similar to that of the giant chasm. The Tube Line Bridge is directly inspired by the 4th Railway Bridge in Scotland, which you can especially see with its appearance in the manga, and the Village Bridge is likely inspired by the Ponte Vecchio, a bridge in Italy that, just like the Village Bridge, houses various shops and other buildings on it. While this situation is ironic, it's also extremely fitting, whether it's intentional or not, since the United States, where Unova is based, is a melting pot of different cultures from all over the world. Next up, we've got a couple music-related facts. First, while a rather odd inclusion, you can actually hear a piece of the theme for Professor Rowan's laboratory from Pokémon Diamond and Pearl in the theme for Unova's Route 23. Following that, Flauquesi Ranch is another new location that was introduced in Black and White 2, and its theme is actually a rearrangement and combination of the encounter themes of the hikers from Black and White, as well as, very fittingly, the cowgirls and ranchers from Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. Just like any Pokemon game, the Gen 5 titles were subject to a lot of rumors and speculation, as well as leaks, some of which ended up being of the fake variety, and while fake leaks are pretty much the exact opposite of a fact, considering this generation is a decade old at this point, the rumors and murmurings of these games when they were new and upcoming has now sort of reached the historical category, and it's pretty interesting to look back on. Also, I don't know about you guys, but those last couple sentences made me feel very old. Anyways, during the time of Black and White 2's release, a number of fake leaks were published about the game, claiming to be real. Among them, one leak stated that there would be a new set of starter Pokemon consisting of a grass-type cactus owl, a fire-type elephant, and a water-type platypus. The leak also reported other new Pokemon, such as a pre-evolution of Heatmor and an evolution of Swoobat, which was meant to mirror Crobat, being an additional evolution to the Zubat family. This leak also reported that the game would take place in a small, yet completely new region, which was a pretty dead giveaway that this was fake, but still interesting nonetheless. The leak describes the region being filled with castles, trains, which gives off a very UK, European-esque vibe, as well as an airport that would possibly be used to fly to Unova later in the game. Other untrue rumors include several other purported Pokemon, including a very interesting sounding normal type with a flower on its head that has different forms based on the seasons. This actually sounds very much like Deerling, except the leak states that this Pokemon's flower changes with the seasons, and Deerling's does not. However, for all we know, maybe this is describing Deerling just at a point when its flower did change and prior to this part of its design being altered. Who knows? Other Pokemon include a grass-type koala, which definitely never happened, and at one point it was also apparently reported that the third version of Black and White, the highly rumored Pokemon Gray, would have gone into more personal detail on N and would have revealed his full name. N's name was eventually revealed, being Natural Harmonia Gropius, but this didn't really play any role in the eventual Black and White 2. And those were some Unova facts that you may not have known. If you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and let me know your thoughts with a comment, and you can also support the channel further by listening to my Pokemon remixes on Spotify and by watching my Pokemon Cardinal series here on YouTube, both of which help out a ton and are massively appreciated. With that said, I will see you all soon with another video, and until then, as always, I love you all, and I will smell you guys later.